Hi, good morning, and it's a lovely day. Uh, it's a new world. It's a world that is new every now and then. So, uh, I've just got a brief presentation for all of you. Pivoting to virtual events, the art of reinvention. First, I'd like to just begin by saying a big thank you to Anurag and Ruhail and the entire team at Everything Experiential and Business World for putting together a conference which has considerable difference. Event technology, as we knew it, has changed. Event technology, as we need to know it, is evolving. And it's a time when we require to always look back, look forward, and look in the present, and literally readdress what we're doing, how we're doing, and where we're doing it. Brings me to an exciting point. Brand experiences. Before the pandemic era, and that's about now almost 2 years ago, a survey of 2,000 business professionals conducted, 46% of them responded saying customer experience is top priority for the next 5 years. Remember the word experience. That is the key. It also said that 86% of buyers would pay a premium for a good experience. By 2020, customer experience would overtake product and price as the key differentiator. Remember, all I'm talking about is experience, experience, experience. And that's what the customer wanted, that's what the buyer wants, and that's what the need was. Has that need changed? The pandemic brought a huge shift. It's a continental shift. And this is normal. Be it an earthquake, be it a volcano, be it a medical pandemic, economic downturns, socio-cultural challenges, the Twin Towers going down in America, a 26/11 in India. All of these, in addition to political upheavals, have one common factor. They disrupt the way we function. They disrupt what we know. They disrupt and ignite change. They trigger change, whether they want it or don't want it. These pandemic shifts literally change the way we function, the way we believe, the way we work. And it's in this backdrop that I would like to see a year back. Our entire being, our entire functioning a year back. The most fundamental question all of us were asking: where do we go from here? Everything that we planned for the next 10 years, next 5 years, suddenly disappeared. We required to relook at all of that. We required to question our own existence. And actually, everything that we knew didn't seem to pan out. Everything that we thought we were running with blinkers to achieve seemed irrelevant. And it is in this context that we must see our event industry, how it was faced with the blank wall. We moved from in-person to no person. We moved from being the masters of the experience to being the most inexperienced. We knew nothing about what was needed and what we required to do. We moved from what we knew as the old normal, the normal, to what we defined as the new normal, because we just wanted to define that it was new for us. So we moved it to the new normal. The world changed. What would have taken a decade suddenly happened in a few months. No way were we going to move to virtual in a long time. The world embraced digital. Suddenly, it didn't matter how old you were. It didn't matter how young you were in the digital era, because that was your only lifeline, only connection with the rest of the world. That was the way you connected. That was the way you connected with people in the next room, or in the next apartment, or the next apartment block. That was the way you connected with your friends, with your family. Forget about work. That was a given. A new digital lexicon was born. We zoomed into the future, and redefined our destiny. And prior to that, many of us did not know that Zoom existed. And lo and behold, that one app and its myriad brothers and sisters, from WebEx to Meet to, you can go on and on, Teams, etc. They transformed our lives. They became the bridge to each other. They connected us with the world. And what did we do in this era? In the last 1.5, 2 years, we have pivoted to virtual. Today, it's a time to look back. It's time to look beyond the virtual too. Because some might say, oh, we're all going to come back to the normal. Physical events are going to be back. And there's another school of thought that the virtual events will die. Both are wrong. And both are correct. Physical events will be back. They won't be back in the same form that we knew them prior to 2000. The form, size, definition, purpose, all of it would have changed. Will the virtual go away? No. The virtual is here to stay. The virtual is going to be tomorrow, today, and day after too. Hybrid events, physical and digital events combining together in a phygital world are the new normal, or they are the normal. And increasingly you will see, as markets open up, territories open up, we are more and more being thrown into the world of hybrid phygital events. 5 trends that will redefine or define the new experience economy. Because the experience economy has changed. To start with, the business of social experiences. From social experience of in-person events to making virtual experience more social. We're now watching events together using apps. We watched Netflix of movies alone, or if we had to experience with others, we went to a theater. Now we do a Netflix watch party, a Facebook watch party. We use Drop TV, Squadded, different apps just to be able to experience it together, to be able to talk, to be able to converse, and at the same time be connected with each other. These micro social experiences are the new order of the day. And the more we are able to incorporate that into our larger experiences, the more relevant we will be. Here's the omnipresent experience. It's driven by data and must be engaging all the time. Thanks to data and thanks to technology, it's personalized. The more personalized this experience is, the more relevant it is, the more engaging it is. And omnipresent experiences, whether you like it or not, are larger than life and hybrid. I remember us doing the Prime Minister of India's address across 7-8 states on January 1st. Each of the states had their chief ministers and cabinets present there. In Delhi, Prime Minister from his house, the housing minister from his home and office, and the secretary from the same office. And we were talking to chief ministers of all these states, each in a specific time slot, getting their views, listening to each other. And then the Prime Minister spoke in the beginning and then wrapped up in the end. And across each of these places were massive events where there was varying from 300 to 1,500 people, depending on the state of the pandemic in each of those states. So you're hyper-local, you are national, you are virtual, and you are constantly engaged with each other. And at the same time, the same event was streamed on YouTube. It was streamed on all the government channels. Custom experience will become location agnostic, seamlessly delivered. That's what the brand and the customer needs and wants. We are in the era of anywhere and everywhere. My trend 3, 5G will be the game changer. 5G is one game changer, but the heart of all experiences is content. And very often we get so wrapped up in technology that we forget that the most important reason why we'll be able to engage with customers, engage with the consumer, is because of the content. But 5G is transforming the world. It's transforming the customer's experience in stadiums, in events, in venues. We are in the world where AR and VR work together. Physical, AR, VR technology, all working together. Some are using VR gears, some are using 360 degrees, irrespective. You now can click in and enjoy the game of your choice from your virtual seat. And this is already available and coming to you very soon. Trend 4, global experiences are delivered locally. The world of anywhere, everywhere. Reimagine boundaries and expand the customer experience. Airbnb moved in person cultural experiences to wherever you are. Multiple brands are giving their customers, their dealers, their staff, their employees experiences that they've never had before, right where they are. So you can watch the best theatre production in Covent Garden. You can attend a Euro. You can attend an IPL game. You can go wherever you want. Digital will allow access to and delivery of experiences of your choice. So you can choose what you want, and it doesn't matter where you are, whether you're on the beach in Juhu or Hawaii, whether you're in Italy or Timbuktu. That experience can be brought to you, can be delivered to you. And that is how global we've become. Last trend, in-person experiences have been reimagined. The in-person experience will re-emerge more strongly with digital integration. Live Nation, Disney Shanghai have sold out in-person experiences within minutes. Truthfully, those of us who are hoping on physical experiences, live experiences, please continue to do so. Because when it's back, it'll be back with a vengeance. Be prepared for that, but keep focusing on technology, because even when the consumer's back, he will never be able to get out of his technology world that he is now engulfed and enveloped with. Large format customer experience like concerts, ceremonies, theme parks, all of them will be here. But they will all have to be embedded into a digital world. Phygital, physical and digital is here forever. What are the future of new experiences? Technology will only be an enabler. The future of new experiences will be determined by added value built into the customer experience. Time will be the new currency. Data will be the biggest catalyst. Content will continue to drive quality and engagement. Fluidity, efficiency, measurability, data. Remember, measurability is very important because I want to know anything and everything that's happening with you. And memorability. Whatever you do, if it's not memorable, it's not an experience. The ease of experience will be the new norm. Anywhere, everywhere, easy. What have we learned from the new normal? That the normal is not normal if it's not evolving. The new normal has told us and taught us that normal will keep changing. And you have to listen, look at what's happening in your environment, and keep adapting. Change is permanent. And some of those changes you're not going to go back to. They will change even further before they actually come back to a form that you'll begin to say, I'm easy with. Innovation is continuous. I have innovated so I can stop is not the story, is not the idiom, it's not the rule. If you're innovating, stay on the treadmill because innovation is continuous. Reinventing yourself, reinventing your business, reinventing everything around you, your vendors, your partners, your community, your ecosystem, it's an art. You can let it evolve and form and reform itself, or you can set guidelines for yourself and everybody and set the guardrails for that reinvention. Reinvention, I promise you, is an art, because when you reinvent, you keep focusing on what the real purpose is. Focus on goals, not on technologies. If you look at all the virtual platforms, there's very little to choose between one and the other. Truthfully, it's what you do with them that makes you relevant, makes your event an experience. So very often technology guys like to be on their own, believing that they don't need the experience guys. And the truth is this, that if you do not have the experienced people working with you, the event managers working with you, you will never be able to transform your technology into an experience. And people are looking for experiences, not just technology. Technology is a tool to get you there. We are entering a brave new world, a world that is changing, a world that is evolving, a world that we're not familiar with. And the more we think about it, the more unfamiliar we seem to be. And it's extremely important at these points of our bravery to collaborate, to combine with others, to listen to others, to work with others, and to work with the collaborators and warriors who are fighting the same battle on different fields. To experience is human. The winning experience will be the human experience. I promise you, true experience is divine. And that is what we live for and die for. We are closer together today than ever before. And if you notice, there are several efforts and experiences being created across the world to support nations, to support countries, to support efforts. We were part of a very interesting initiative a few months ago when we worked with Viacom 18 to bring Wax Live to India with some of the biggest stars from Hollywood and our own Mr. Bachchan, the Duchess of York, and Prince Harry, part of that entire initiative. We're working on something similar in the next few days. It's scheduled for 7th of July to be broadcast and streamed across the world. It's an event and a fundraiser being created for India to help India improve its vaccinations. And the experience that's being created is being put together by the Anuradha Palapurti Foundation, several entrepreneurs across the world, several event companies and content creators from across the world. It features Gloria Estefan, Sting, Andre Bocelli, and several other artists from across the world. I'm going to just share this small promo with you before I wind up. Okay? I think just giving you the first glimpse of what's happening and how people from across the world are combining efforts, working together to focus on causes, focus on initiatives, and collaborate to be able to create a new world. Welcome to a brave new world. We're all in this together. We're connected more than ever before. Our destinies are tied to each other. But as I wind up, it's got nothing to do with this event. Go out there, get yourself vaccinated, save yourself, save your family, and be responsible. In saving your family and yourself, you may have just saved not just the world, but also our event industry. Thank you very much. Over to you, BW World.